What if I told you that one airport can make more money in a year than some of the world's largest companies? And what if I told you that some airports earn millions of dollars every single day, not just from airplanes, but from parking lots, restaurants, fuel sales, shops, advertising, and even real estate? But here is the bigger question. Can an ordinary individual actually own an airport? Can a billionaire wake up tomorrow, buy land, build a runway, and start operating an airport? And if it is possible, how much money would it really take? Would you need $10 million? $100 million? Or would you need billions? Today, we are going deep into the fascinating economics of airport ownership. We will look at the real costs, the hidden expenses, the potential profits, and whether owning an airport is one of the best businesses in the world. Welcome to Rame's Profit Lab, the channel where we break down the business, economics, and hidden money behind some of the world's biggest industries. If you enjoy learning how companies, billionaires, and industries make money, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and join our growing community. Now, let's dive in. When most people think about airports, they think about airplanes. They think about passengers checking in, security officers scanning bags, and aircraft taking off into the sky. But behind all of that is a massive business. An airport is not simply a place where planes land. An airport is an economic machine. Every aircraft that lands pays fees. Every passenger spends money. Every shop pays rent. Every restaurant pays rent. Every parking space can generate income. Every advertisement can generate income. And every square meter of airport land can potentially make money. This is why many investors consider airports some of the most valuable infrastructure assets in the world. An individual can own an airport. In many countries, private individuals, companies, and investment groups own airports. Some are small regional airports. Some are private airports used by wealthy individuals. Some are business airports serving corporate jets. In the United States alone, thousands of airports are privately owned. However, owning a small private airport is very different from owning a major international airport. A small airport may only serve private aircraft. A large international airport may handle millions of passengers every year. The difference in cost is enormous. How much land is needed? Let's start with the first major expense. Land. An airport requires a huge amount of land. A small airport may require between 100 and 500 acres. A regional airport may require 1,000 to 3,000 acres. A major international airport may require more than 10,000 acres. The cost depends on location. In some rural areas, land may cost less than $5,000 per acre. In more developed areas, land may cost $50,000, $100,000, or even more per acre. Imagine purchasing 1,000 acres at $20,000 per acre. That alone would cost $20 million. And that's before a single runway is built. The cost of building a runway. The runway is the heart of an airport. Without a runway, there is no airport. Runways are expensive because they must support aircraft weighing hundreds of tons. A small runway can cost between $2 million and $10 million. A larger commercial runway can cost $50 million to $100 million. Some international airport runways have cost more than $200 million to build. Why so expensive? Because engineers must prepare the ground, install drainage systems, lay specialized pavement, install lighting systems, navigation equipment, and safety systems. Every detail must meet strict aviation standards. The control tower. Next comes the air traffic control tower. This is where controllers coordinate aircraft movements. A small control tower may cost between $2 million and $10 million. A larger tower can cost tens of millions of dollars. Then there are radar systems, communication equipment, backup systems, and maintenance costs. The tower itself is only part of the expense. The passenger terminal. Now let's talk about the terminal. This is where passengers check in and board aircraft. A small terminal may cost $10 million to $50 million. A medium-sized terminal may cost $100 million or more. Large international terminals often cost several $100 million. Some have cost over $1 billion. Inside the terminal are baggage systems, security checkpoints, waiting areas, restaurants, shops, offices, elevators, air conditioning systems, and emergency equipment. Everything costs money. Who needs to be paid? Many people think that once an airport is built, the expenses stop. In reality, the expenses are just beginning. An airport employs many people. Airport management, security personnel, maintenance crews, electricians, engineers, firefighters, ground handling staff, cleaning teams, customer service workers, administrative staff, information technology specialists, airfield maintenance teams. Depending on the size of the airport, annual payroll expenses can range from hundreds of thousands of dollars to tens of millions of dollars per year. A medium-sized airport can easily spend more than $20 million annually on salaries alone. Security and regulatory costs. Airports are among the most regulated businesses in the world. Owners must comply with aviation authorities. Safety inspections must be conducted. Security systems must be maintained. Emergency response capabilities must be available. Insurance coverage must be purchased. For some airports, annual insurance costs alone can reach hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. How do airports make money? Now comes the most important question. If building an airport costs hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars, how do airport owners make their money back? The answer is simple. Airports have many different sources of income. The first source is landing fees. Every commercial aircraft that lands at an airport pays a landing fee. The amount depends on the size and weight of the aircraft. A small private jet may pay only a few $100s. A large passenger aircraft may pay several $1,000s for a single landing. Now imagine an airport handling 500 flights every day. Those landing fees alone can generate millions of dollars every year. The second source of income is passenger fees. Many airports charge passenger service fees. These fees are usually included in the price of an airline ticket, so most travelers never notice them. Depending on the airport and country, these fees can range from about $5 to more than $50 per passenger. If an airport serves 20 million passengers every year and collects an average of just $20 per passenger, that alone can generate around $400 million annually. The third source is aircraft parking. Just like cars pay for parking, airplanes also pay when they remain parked at an airport. Large aircraft can pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on how long they stay. The fourth source is fuel sales. Airplanes consume enormous amounts of aviation fuel. Some airports earn money by selling fuel directly, while others lease fuel facilities and collect fees from fuel providers. A busy airport can sell millions of gallons of fuel every year. The fifth source is renting space. Walk through any major airport and look around. You'll see restaurants, coffee shops, banks, currency exchange offices, car rental companies, luxury stores, duty-free shops, hotels, airlines. Every one of those businesses pays rent to the airport owner. Some airport shops pay tens of thousands of dollars every month just to operate inside the terminal because millions of customers pass through every year. The sixth source is parking. This surprises many people. At some airports, parking is one of the biggest moneymakers. Thousands of cars arrive every day. Some passengers leave their vehicles for several days or even weeks. Those parking fees add up to millions of dollars every year. The seventh source is advertising. Companies pay large amounts of money to place digital billboards, posters, video screens, and promotional displays throughout the airport. With millions of travelers walking past every year, airports become premium advertising locations. Finally, many airports earn money from real estate. Some own office buildings, warehouses, hotels, logistics centers, and industrial parks located on airport property. These properties provide steady rental income year after year. How much can an airport earn? Revenue depends on the airport size. A small regional airport may generate only a few $1,000,000 each year. A medium-sized airport can generate hundreds of millions of dollars annually. Some of the world's busiest airports generate several $billion in annual revenue through a combination of aviation services and commercial activities. However, high revenue does not always mean high profit. Operating an airport is extremely expensive. Owners must pay employees salaries. They must maintain runways and taxiways. They must repair buildings. They must upgrade technology. They must pay insurance. They must pay utilities such as electricity and water. They must maintain security systems around the clock. They must also invest continuously in expansion as passenger numbers grow. There is no single answer. A small private airport may recover its investment relatively quickly if demand is strong and operating costs are controlled. A large commercial airport may take decades to recover the money spent on construction. Many airport investors think in terms of 20, 30, or even 40 years. They're not looking for quick profits. They are investing in infrastructure that can generate income for generations. Is owning an airport a good business? The answer depends on three things. First, location. An airport built in an area with strong economic activity and high travel demand has a much greater chance of succeeding. Second, management. A well-managed airport attracts airlines, keeps operating costs under control, improves the passenger experience, and creates additional sources of income beyond flights. Third, long-term investment. Airport ownership is not usually a business for someone looking to make fast money. It requires enormous capital, careful planning, strict compliance with aviation regulations, and patience. But when managed well, an airport can become one of the most valuable assets in a region, creating jobs, supporting businesses, boosting tourism, and generating income for decades. So, can an individual own an airport? Yes, but owning an airport is about much more than buying land and building a runway. It means investing millions, or for larger airports, even billions of dollars in infrastructure, safety, technology, and people. It means meeting strict aviation standards every single day. And it means understanding that airports are not simply transportation hubs. They are powerful businesses with multiple streams of income, from landing fees and passenger charges to parking, retail, fuel sales, advertising, and real estate. That is why airports remain some of the most valuable long-term infrastructure investments in the world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the economics of airport ownership, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Raymap's Profit Lab for more fascinating breakdowns of the world's biggest businesses and industries. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.